Good morning, friends and family of Northland College. May I have your attention, please? Welcome and thank you for being here today. The Northland College 2025 graduates are about to begin their procession to Ponzio Stadium. When they make their way, I invite you to rise as you are able as we welcome the graduating class. We are thrilled you can join us here today in celebration of the 2025 graduating class of Northland College. Please rise in body or in spirit. Good morning and again, welcome. Please be seated. Thank you to Bagpiper Thomas Undine and Superior Brass Quintet for the processional music that led us in. It is my distinct and sincere pleasure to welcome you to the 114th Commencement ceremony. In keeping with tradition, we begin our ceremony today with an Ojibwe greeting and call upon Dylan Bijakint Jennings, lecturer and Bad River Tribal member, to deliver this morning's Ojibwe greeting.
Bonjour and dinaway magani dog. Niji gakina. Nitsa, bija kints and dishna cause, wabashashi and odem, mushkazibing and dunjaba. Migucho in a makinago ginawa, gapia jayigoma, sonungum. Wewini dashma, wewini dashgae, ingi piminigana osema, dagagwaja mungo and gil money dog, dasho in damoa, deje, nemino semagok now mwanji a diang o ma sonungum. Wewini dashma, shke. Panegona ne me quena mangwa engyo manido ewudi akea. Vindashkae we weni dashma shke. Ne menja mendamang mia kina manidog ewudi nabiwad engyo mia o manido wandani maknoden wabanang shawanang nengabianang nago gae gi wade nang akea. We weni dashma shke go ma engyo. Ne me quena mangwa engyo akina. Nayoga Benajin, Naga e, mia o, Giguyag, Nago gae, Akina, ga winji be mataziang ma. Shke go dash in dinaway magani dog, migo ma, mi quena mangwa, ingyo, Akina, Gitchi ayam ananik, mia kiwenziag, Nago gaeg, mia o, mindamuyag. Wayweni dashma, shke, naganizid money do, mia Ouija money doomin, wayweni. Rudapa naon and osema, the nadama gozieg, nago gae, the widow covered, no, the widow covered doa, nago gae, the gonna wenda mawa, o, kina abanuji and sug, nago gae, a kina, getchi ayamananik, nago gae, kina, oshki, and dinaway maganag ma. We when it dash gae, shke go ma and gyo. Wai wani dashma shke dimi koina mangwa engyo. Mio manidu iwadium nabi wad engyo ishpaming Asian a kanan ma. Wai wani dashka shke dimi koina mangwa engyo. Mio baganigija ke shwined nago gae nawakogija ke shwined. Bin dashka wai wani dashma shke mio sema. Dudapa nawan and osema the nadama go easy nago gae the nadama gozi kina go ginawa nago gae kina o dinaway maganag ma. Wai wani dash gae shke go ma ingyo. Mio sema ki pagada ma king jini abaji awad abadizi gimme gwitchu a tagozid and ishanabig. Shke go dash and dinaway magani dug. Mio beji kiwenzi apane get kidod. Gidabaji tu nawan o giwa gakwad anizana gakwad bimata ziwin. Wani dashma niwa jagana shing bungi. Bonjour everybody. In our beautiful and articulate Ojibwe language, I just kindly asked if anybody knows of any job openings out there to have my resume. Nah, I'm just kidding. I also said that you can save a lot of money if you switch your car insurance to Geico, I heard. So, Anisha, they say that humor is medicine. I'm sure we could all use a little bit of that as we embark on this journey. And our language is so beautiful and articulate, and I only want to take up a few moments of time here to talk a little bit about kind of what we say and what we talk about. But it's important, you know, and what I said in our language is to remember our communities, remember our families, remember our young people, to take care of our young people, take care of our elders, those old ones, those ones that carry our knowledge forward. It's also important, I talk about, to remember to be patient with yourself and gracious as you continue on your journey here. Remembering all the lessons from your time here at Northland and all the different interactions that you've had here, you know, across, and all the different relationships that you've had as well. We also talk about time a lot in our communities. Make good use of your time. Spend it with the people that mean the most to you, the people that truly love you. Make sure you think about that. Make sure you think about time and how you spend that time. And most importantly, I want you guys to look back to your support networks back here, your family members. Turn around, look at them, look them in the eye, and say, Gijawainamig. I love you. Absolutely. We don't say that enough. Give it up for your support network. One big round of applause. Turn to the person to your left. Say, shake their hand. Say, Gije Wadizin. There you go. You figured it out. Turn to the person to your right and say, Ainagok. He said, be kind, be strong. And an old man told me another thing that you might say to people. Say this, Ayangwamazin. Be cautious, but yet be determined. Our language, it really sets the pace for how we communicate and how we talk to one another, how we revere one another. And I can't say that enough. Ayangwamazin, weweni sana. Minudu dao nagai the ayangwamazin. Be determined, be kind, be joyous, be strong. Each and every one of you embodies that. Some of the most influential people here in this stadium here, some of the most strongest people I know right here in front of me, all these wonderful people, these graduates. Give it up for them one more time. You've heard it. Be kind. Be strong. Ayangwamazin. Congratulations. Mi omanik and wewe tuyan. Migwich bizin dawieg. Thank you for listening.
Thank you again, everybody. It's a beautiful day and a beautiful group of people. As we celebrate here today, I want to take a moment and welcome our distinguished president, Barb Lumberg, to come and deliver the address. Barb has had an impressive career across and through the Midwest, and I know that she is full of love for all of you in this community. So with that, I want to take a moment and welcome Barb Lumberg to the stage.
Thank you, and miigwech to Bijikins. I want to welcome you to our commencement ceremony today. On behalf of the college, the Northland community, let me extend a personal and heartfelt congratulations to the class of 2025. Graduates, this commencement ceremony celebrates your impressive academic achievements. I would also like to take a moment to recognize the values, stamina, and personal character it took each of you to be here today. Because it took resiliency, maturity, and personal growth for this class of graduates to reach this momentous day. Listen and see if any of these examples ring true to you about your years at Northland. As you adjusted to college-level coursework as first-year students, you learned the value of consistency and completion and made them habits to shape your life and well-being. Through trial and error, you learned accountability for your obligations and commitments, both academic and personal. As fellow students may have struggled, whether with academics, health, finances, or relationships, you practice compassion for others, and I hope over time you learn to apply that same compassion toward yourselves. Through years of shared joys, laughter, heartbreak, and grief, you learned at Northland the enduring value of community and friendship. You will leave campus today bonded with people who will walk with you for the rest of your days. Through your study of the liberal arts and sciences, you learned how to think and not what to think. You learned responsibility, not only for yourselves, but for the natural world you inherit that needs your care and stewardship. For any great challenge, you learn that tenacity is essential. Having a strong will, resilience, and inner strength. Embody that determination to face challenges. And you, class of 2025, have learned to stay focused on your goals. And the focus that enabled you to stay on track and earn your degrees will serve you well when facing whatever challenges lie ahead of you with determination and resolve. I commend each of you for these special achievements. They are truly transformative. Along with the intellectual knowledge and skills you gained at Northland, may these values, lessons, and qualities of character serve as strengths and guideposts for the rest of your lives. In these achievements, we acknowledge those along the way. To all the individuals, friends, family, professors, coaches, community members, and special mentors who brought you to this moment, today we proudly recognize you for your dedication, guidance, and commitment to our student success. Today's celebration is a testament to the collective effort that has brought us here. To our faculty and staff, please rise in body or in spirit. In recognition of your dedication, expertise, and unrelenting care for these graduates, we thank you. You have served tirelessly as educators, advisors, mentors, motivators, and partners. On behalf of graduates, parents, and friends, We are all full of gratitude for the dedication you show as educators. Thank you. Please be seated. To the parents, family members, and special friends of the graduates of the class of 2025, please rise in body or spirit. We thank you for the nurturing support that you have provided your graduate. Thank you for trusting the faculty and staff of Northland College with your loved ones as they learn to explore new horizons. As you have nurtured and educated them, they have in turn nurtured and educated us. For this, we are deeply grateful. Thank you. Thank you. Please be seated. I invite the Dean of the Faculty, Dr. Kevin Zach, to deliver today's investiture.
Thank you, President Lumberg. Today, as you prepare to receive your bachelor's degree, it's appropriate to invest you with the symbols of that degree, the baccalaureate cap and gown. The academic apparel worn by faculty and candidates has been worn by scholastics since the late Middle Ages. The wearing of this attire places the common concern of academics, the search for truth, above individual personalities. For centuries, gowns and robes have been worn by judges, clergy, and scholars, symbolizing recognition and achievement. There is great pride in this noble tradition. On behalf of Northland College, I'm honored to invest you with the baccalaureate cap and gown. I charge you with the responsibility to wear these symbols in keeping with the vision of the ongoing liberation of the human spirit and a sustainable and just future. Today, you will receive a diploma from Northland College. At that time, you'll join thousands of others in a very special community. Wherever you go and whatever you do, you carry the legacy of Northland with you. Throughout your life, I hope your Northland education will lead you to integrate the knowledge, skills, and values that will help you work for the common good. Remember, you are the spirit of Northland. Go forth in knowledge, understanding, and wisdom, and be confident in your ability to make this a better world.
Thank you, Dean Zach. In recognition of those receiving their degrees today, acknowledgement of all those who provided support along the way, and to signify the journey and transition that lies ahead, we offer an Ojibwe traveling song. A traveling song is a traditional piece of music used to mark movement, transition, and journey, both physical and spiritual. Rooted in the cultural practices of the Ojibwe people, a traveling song is often sung to offer protection, strength, and guidance as you set out on a path. The rhythms reflect the pace of walking or paddling, and the melody carries the spirit of connection to land and community. Today, we honor the journeys we all may take and remind us that we are never walking alone. It is with great privilege that I introduce Nate Ante, member of the Bad River Band tribe of Lake Superior Ojibwe, and the Mushkaziba Youth Group to sing today's traveling song. Thank you, Nate Migwich, to you and the Mushkegee Youth Drum Group. Thank you. All right, I'm pleased to introduce Madeline Jarvis, President of the Northland College Alumni Board, to deliver her commencement address. Madeline is a 2013 grad with a degree in Humanities and Sustainable Community Development. She's director of the Two Harbors Public Library. She holds an MA in Library and Information Science from the University of Iowa, and among several other volunteer boards, serves as the president of the Northland College Alumni Board. A passionate advocate for community access, Madeline has co-authored All Ages Welcome, recruiting and retaining younger generations to library boards, friend groups, and foundations, and presents nationally on volunteer engagement. Please welcome Madeline Jarvis.
Good morning, President Lundberg, members of the Platform Party, faculty and staff, loved ones of our graduates, alumni and fans streaming from home, anyone who took a wrong turn in that Ellis Avenue mess and just wanted to see what the crowd was gathered for, and most importantly, members of the class of 2025. I am just deeply honored to share time today in reflection and celebration of all of your successes. 12 years ago, I was in your sandals, graduates, and I was honored by my peers to be selected as student speaker for the commencement of the class of 2013. I have two things with me today that I had when I delivered commencement remarks as a student. The first is something you all have, a Lake Superior stone with my name written on it. When I got to my first apartment that I lived in all by myself in Iowa City, which honestly was a glorified hallway with a galley kitchen, I had that stone on my little all-purpose table. The stone was carefully resting on a collection of driftwood I had picked up while waiting in the lake near the Hotel Schwamigan with one of my old roommates, in a bowl made by a friend who I met in Fananga as a freshman. And I'm at the point in my life now where my living room is mostly toddler-proof-ish, but I still have that bowl on a just out-of-reach shelf. My toddler loves picking through rocks, both in our driveway and in her explorations up and down the North Shore. And I'm so grateful I'll be able to share the story of my Northland College rock with her as she gets older. The other thing I have with me is something that would shock me if anyone else has. I found it. It's this golden charm bracelet with holographic iterations of the 10 Commandments in my favorite store, the Reuse Room on Northland College campus, during my junior year. Friends, it is the perfect blend of bling, kitsch, and Catholic guilt, so I knew I had to have it. I was so excited to show it to my roommate Carissa that I almost skipped across the Wheeler Bridge. And once I got to our porch, I started to feel a little guilty that I was rushing back to brag about something that's so unique that she couldn't have. I wasn't kidding about that Catholic guilt, but I could not be stopped. But I love the bracelet even more when she shared with me that she actually donated the bracelet the day before because she never wore it. And now I get to wear that bracelet to her wedding this fall, so I just love it so much. But not as much as I love her and our other Gaians. I say Gaians because we lived in a house named Gaia's Cradle, which you, as the class of 2025, know as the Diversity Center. And I had the opportunity to visit the Diversity Center this October when I co-hosted an alumni gathering, and I was just struck by what a beautiful house it is. I'm still caught off guard by what it looks like without piles of clutter, a sink full of dishes, and a hodgepodge of thrifted furniture. To me, though, there will never be a house as precious as that messy Gaia's in my memory. But enough about my Northland memories. This is a day for alumni, but the alumni you will soon become, class of 2025. I want to be clear that this is not a eulogy for the place we love, but rather, this is a celebration of the people it has helped us to become. Although this chapter in your life commences today, you will carry your Northland experience with you through every journey and adventure. It's not just the things you carry, but also what carries you forward. Carry forth your commitment to community, your bias towards action, and your unabashed right to joy. Recently, Jeff Siegler of Revitalize or Die, which is a civic pride consultancy firm, visited Detroit Lakes, Minnesota. In reflecting on his visit to this small town in northern Minnesota, he shared, "The best communities aren't the ones with the biggest budgets or the best plans. They're the ones with people who show up, people who care, people who believe that their place matters. It's not about having it all. It's about doing what you can with what you've got. It's not about getting bigger. It's about getting better. It's not about perfection. It's about pride." Class of 2025, I love that point. It's not about having it all. It's about doing what you can with what you've got. Give of yourself and your resources authentically. Give what you have, no less and no more. Community is not a finite resource unless we force it to be. When I was a student at Northland, I was lucky enough to work at the Dexter Library for 4 years. Without a doubt, I cannot imagine where my life would be had it not been for Julia Wagner's mentorship. I actually only applied to the University of Iowa's grad program because it's where she and my mind-bendingly brilliant advisor, Dr. Erica Hanikel, went. I mean, what else is there to decide at that point? I could spend a million Saturdays trying to thank them for the impact of my life and all their students' lives. But for the purpose of this speech, I'm going to keep it with one anecdote. During finals every semester, Julia would bring in the most amazing chocolate espresso brownies for her student employees. Not only were they absolutely delicious, but that plates present underneath the scheduling board made me feel so seen. Showing up for your community means authentic and adaptable support. I bring that up because I think it might have been an Ina Garten recipe. And I recently, she's shaking her head. I'm just gonna see myself out. Regardless, I recently read Ina's memoir and I would recommend it, Be Ready When the Luck Happens. In it, Ina writes, "You don't always know exactly what it is you want to do, but just start. Just start doing something that would be interesting. And that will lead to something else that's interesting, and that leads to something else." So let's expand on Ina's call to just do something. I challenge you to continue to do something just. Find where your passions and the world's needs intersect and continue to do the work needed and ask the questions that needed to be asked. It's not enough to just do something. You must do something just. And if you wait until you are ready, you will never start. In Animal Dreams, Barbara Kingsolver writes, "The very least you can do in your life is figure out what you hope for. And the most you can do is live inside that hope. Not admire it from a distance, but live right under it, under its roof. Listen to that hope inside you, class of 2025, whether it's a whisper or a dull roar, and seek the patience and perseverance to see it through. Just in case you need somebody to say it out loud in your ear, you have permission to start." Now for the important part. Find and claim joy. Find joy in spite of the struggles and roadblocks in the horizon. Find joy to spite the struggles and roadblocks in the horizon. Joy comes easily, but giving yourself permission to live in that joy takes practice. And it is a practice. You deserve that commitment to yourself. This is a crucial part of your commitment to your community and your bias towards action as well. Lift up those around you and work, both collectively and individually, toward that joy. Joy is not just a holographic charm bracelet. It's the memories and connections that make it truly shine. So joy is the important part. And I have one more wish for you, and this can be the hard part. Being there for your community is not enough. You must also let your community be there for you. Accept offers of help with sincere thanks. Take a deep breath and remember it's what connects us. Those late nights and that research and that love that helps to give us roots, regardless of where we continue to grow. I encourage you to look around the stadium, at the families, your fans, the faculty, the staff, the students, and the stragglers. Every person came to cheer for you today. And we are just so proud. I come bearing greetings from the alumni community that stretches in places you wouldn't even imagine, who are watching online, to say, we are so humbled and proud of all the work you've done over these past 4 years. In a few short minutes, you will be added to the patchwork quilt of Northland alumni that stretches across so many communities. Faculty and staff, this is a day to celebrate your commitments and successes as well. The ripples from your lessons and leadership continue to impact the lives of your students from across the years. And on the behalf of your alumni, I say, thank you for the lives you helped us to discover. Class of 2025, I am so proud of each of you. Your resilience, your accountability, your hard work, and your bright futures. Today is a testament to that hard work and the fact that through those late nights and early mornings, you have earned your college degrees. Like the stones you selected that bear your name, you will continue to belong to this place, no matter where in the world your path takes you. Congratulations, and now go shine brightly.
All right, thank you, Madeline. Your words are encouraging to us all. Next, I'm pleased to introduce our student speaker, representing the class of 2025, Grace Smathers. Grace is graduating with a degree in Sustainable Community Development and minors in Geographic Information Systems and Leadership Studies. Fondly known as the Dorm Mom, she served as a resident advisor in Fanenga for the past 3 years and has held numerous roles, including admissions ambassador, student trustee, and research assistant, all focused on supporting students and building community. Grace's fondest memories at Northland include jumping in Lake Superior, hosting programs and events, and spending a May term exploring Iceland with fellow students. Grace will pursue a master's in college student personnel at Bowling Green State University this fall. Please welcome your class speaker, Grace Smathers.
Welcome, graduates, faculty, staff, friends, and family. I am so grateful to be here with you all. I have to be honest, when I found out that I would have the honor of speaking today, I was incredibly excited, but I also had no idea how to compose a message that would articulate what I would like to say. On March 12th, 2024, every single person here was hit with the impact of the announcement that our little school might not survive through the summer. And I want to underscore how terrifying and horrific that announcement was for every single member of the Northland community. But I also want to acknowledge that the announcement hit the class of 2025 particularly hard. In most situations, I am the person that holds it together. I'm the one that others lean on and who tells everyone that it's going to be okay. Many of you have been on the receiving ends of one of my pep talks. Last spring was no different. As I consoled my fellow peers, classmates, residents, and other members of our community, I didn't have the opportunity to process what this announcement meant for me. I held it together so well until I was talking to Professor Nicole Foster about transfer options. I remember her saying, "I'm not worried about you. You'll make a plan and you'll graduate next spring." I had spent the last 3 years as Nicole's student, research assistant, and advisee, and sitting in her office, I immediately broke down into tears. The very real possibility that I may not graduate with a diploma that says Northland College hit me hard. I am not saying that this year was by any means easy, but I do want to say that we made it, and I am incredibly grateful for the one last year of living, learning, and loving that we were able to spend on the South Shore of Lake Superior. I want to take a moment to honor those who stayed at Northland, who chose to continue to educate and support us despite the uncertainty of this year. I want to honor those who left by choice or circumstance after the events of last spring. I want to honor the organizing efforts that allowed for our final year. And I want to honor those who will not be able to graduate from our lovely little school on the lake, but whom I still consider to be Northland alumni. This is also for you. So, when you Google how to write a commencement speech for a school that's closing, shockingly, nothing comes up. I had so many people ask what I was going to say, and honestly, I had no idea. I thought about the stories I could tell, like how my first week as an ARA, I got a call that one of my residents, no, one of my RAs, was scaling the side of Finenga with a climbing rope. Or how my sustainable development theory class met over margaritas and tacos multiple times last semester, because why not? Or made a joke about the many, many late nights I've spent in the GIS lab helping the past 2 years of intro classes get through. Good job, guys, you did it. I thought about the people I've met, the connections I've made. I thought a lot about what I've learned here. I learned about the complex and interdisciplinary concept of sustainability. I learned how to conduct qualitative research. I learned how to make all sorts of maps. I learned how to use a Cricut machine. I learned how to write poetry and perform spatial analysis and understand the geopolitical forces of the Great Lakes. I learned how to be critical, how to be a leader, how to sit with someone on their worst days and celebrate someone on their best. I learned how to handle incredibly difficult situations and how to support the people around me. I learned what the word community means in every way, shape, and form. I learned how to love this place and these people. Northland has taught me more in and out of the classroom than I could have ever imagined. My capstone project this year was centered around the organizing efforts of last spring, as well as the impacts of potential closure on a college campus. I would like to share one of the most salient quotes from my research. We need people who know how to walk in a forest, who understand tribal sovereignty and care about water and love the lake and love each other and aren't afraid of that, you know? And that's what we mean when we say having the courage and integrity to face climate change, which is in our mission. That's what is needed in this moment in our history more than anything else. I am so grateful that I get to continue into the world with this knowledge and these values. I am so grateful that we get to continue to share what we have learned long after leaving this special place. My freshman year, I was asked what my definition of community was. It was place-based. It was towns and neighborhoods and the infrastructure that held them together. And while I don't want to say that those things aren't important, because they absolutely are, my definition of community has changed greatly. My definition of community is rooted in the people that belong to it, the shared or common values or ideals that bring people together, and yes, this can be a place. And when we started here, maybe our community was just the people who happened to live down the hall or share classes or tables in the caf, but our community has evolved into something so much more complex, something that will not be diminished by time or distance put between right here and now and the rest of our lives. And we will continue to share and continue to spread. Our nexus will be vast and plenty. We, as all things must, will evolve and grow, knowing that this time on our sweet and strong lake was able to inform the ways in which we interact with the big and beautiful world that we are all entering. Endings are hard. This ending in particular is more heartbreaking than most. And in reflecting on how I could possibly find the words to describe how I feel about the past 4 years that I have had the honor of spending with you all, the only thing I can think to say is thank you. Thank you for teaching me what it means to be part of a community, what it means to be resilient in the face of so many challenges, and what it means to show love and care for one another. It takes a special kind of person to come to Northland, and an even more special kind of person to choose to stay here. As I look at you, I see a brilliant, beautiful, incredible group of human beings who have every ability to create change and make this world a better place. I am so incredibly proud of what we did here, of what we learned, of who we became. It has been an honor to spend this time with you. It is an honor to be able to continue to carry Northland's legacy and values alongside you as we continue on. A commencement ceremony, this one in particular, feels rooted in endings. But the dictionary definition of the word commencement is actually a beginning or a start. New beginnings are scary. Moving on is daunting. And this year we are stuck with finding the balance between excitement for our new adventures and grieving the loss of our old ones. Both of those can be abundant and true. I want to celebrate the time that we had together. I want to share my gratitude and thanks for those who made it so remarkable. I want to leave this place full of love and knowing that our community will hold strong despite the distance. Congratulations, and thank you, Northland Class of 2025.
Stay here for 1 second. Okay. Grace, I want to thank you, and I don't know if you realized it, but there was a very special moment while you were speaking. Maybe some of you eventually saw it. There was an eagle that came into our stadium as you started speaking and started circling around. And I think that was a good omen for all of us here. It came to hear your words and bring them up to the spirits above us. So thank you. All right, now we get some music. So please welcome the Northland Choir, directed by Christine Homer, as they perform We Won't Stop Dreaming. We won't stop dreaming. There.
Here we are, living in the moment. Here we are, dreaming in the open. Look around, isn't this a new day? Make a move, doing things a new way. A new way. 'Cause this is our world, and this is our time. These are our plans. We're gonna let them shine. And this is our place in the human race. And we won't stop dreaming. No, we won't stop dreaming.
Look ahead, we can see forever.
Forever.
You and me doing it together.
Together.
Light it up,
We can be a million stars. Look at us, don't you see we've come so far? Yeah, we've come so far. 'Cause this is our world, and this is our time. These are our plans, we're gonna let them shine. And this is our place in the human race. And we won't stop dreaming. No, we won't stop dreaming. Standing at the crossroads, viewing how the wind blows. We can soar above the clouds. Every moment is a heartbeat. Every breath feeling so sweet. Look and say what happens now. 'Cause this is our world, and this is our time. These are our plans. We're gonna let them shine. And this is our place in the human race. And we won't stop dreaming. No, we won't stop dreaming. This is our world. This is our time. These are our plans. We're gonna let them shine. This is our
Thank you, Northland Choir. And now, the moment you have all been waiting for. Dean Zach, please join me at the podium for the presentation of the class of 2025.
This day marks the culmination of years of rigorous study for these graduate candidates, and it reflects great pride and accomplishment for the students and their families. Will the members of the class of 2025 please stand? President Lundberg, the candidates and scholars before us have completed all the requirements for their courses of study and for the graduation from Northland College. Upon recommendation of the faculty, I'm pleased to present the class of 2025 to you for the respective degrees.
All right, thank you, Dean Zach. I congratulate you, the members of the 2025 graduating class. It is my hope that the knowledge and skills you have gained and the values and relationships you have formed will serve you well throughout your lives as you work to contribute to the common good. Candidates for the degrees of Bachelor of Arts and Bachelor of Science, upon recommendation by the faculty and by the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees, I confer upon you your respective degrees, with all the rights and privileges thereto appertaining, and in testimony thereof, as a symbol of achievement and honor, I have been charged to award your diplomas. I am pleased to present each graduate individually. Professor Dave Allman will take the podium to our right and will read graduates' names. Graduates, please be seated and follow the directions of your marshals. And here we go.
Caitlin Jewel Altaha. Marlo Danger Berry. M. Cardenas. Jackson DeYoung. Luke Christian Dorman. Josie Fritz. J. D. Harris. Samuel J. Heitz. Alyssa L. Johnson. Mo Ava Johnson. Zoe Sage Jarowitz. Elena Elizabeth Majetich. Miles Andrew McCamick. Kylie Brianna Moffitt. Colton Thomas O'Connor. Elsa Opplinger. Emma Skeeter Postel. Lucia Staples Richardson. Grace Smathers. Claire Sunston. Caden M. Willis. Claudio Lionel Aguilar. Mallory Ann Batty. Luke N. Ballard. Sydney J. Bennett. Andrew David Burko. Anthony J. Boyle. Leah Arlene Bremen. Margot Jean Elizabeth Bress. Ursula Sophia Charles. Andrew Christophe Cherrier. Andrew Walker Corselius. Gracelyn Elise Krabs. Thomas E. Craig. Leah Kathleen De Alba Davis. Matthew C. Dietrich. Yvonne Louise Durfee. Demetrius J. Edwards. Owen Patrick Fisher. Carl Campbell Franchot. Max Garcia. Angelina Two Birds Godinez. Mackenzie E. Gutherman. Ridge Jonathan Paul Gayette. Zuzu Rose Hartman. Reese P. Hemphill. Aiden J. Hernandez. Jamie Lee Hines. Evan Ilkos. Wyatt J. Isaacson. Donna R. Jackson. Jaden Russell Janusiak. Julia Jensen. Jaden Caleb Jones. Stephen L. Kesty. Casey Coach. Eileen Coran. Analia Genevieve Landsverk. Josephine Tully Lawton. Ashley Autumn Lipinski. Desmond Letexier. Andrew Robert Linder. Madeline Grace Linka. Adriana Marie Losi. Isabel McCurry. Paul McGraw. Kaysden Quaid Gunner Mount. Elijah Myers. Floyd E. Queeb. Ethan David Nabong. Liana W. Navoa. Blake Michael Olson. Rachel Ottinger. Erica Rose Paulwalk. Finn Peters. Emily Jean Peters. Amelia Flavia Peets. Leo Joseph Pliwa. Benjamin Joseph Rader. Hannah Elizabeth Rasmussen. Cody Alice Remp. Joshua Joseph Revelinsky. Madeline Genevieve Rittenauer. Hey, Bree. Zabrinia Party Rivers. Julian Paul Rupolo. Peyton Charles Solberg. Erica Stoughton. Austin Daniel Tellefson. Celine Alexis Tepmontry. Jelani Joseph Thornton. Matthew James Traeger. Luke Cohen Travis. Nevaeh Lynn Trehe. Brody Thomas Trollope. Tyler J. Tura. Theodore Thomas Euling. Eliana Veery. Morgan Faye Warnke. Anastasia M. Wigfield. Raleigh Parker Williams. Samantha Jean Wilson. Ariana Wilson. Samson Wood. Kelby Youngberg. Corlin Zarang.
All right. Hold on just one moment here. Okay. I don't know if that was enough applause. Can we have a little more? All right. These folks deserve it. They do. Thank you. All right. All right. Now, we're getting closer. Congratulations, and now, graduates, Northland graduates, please rise. All right. Tradition decrees that before degree conferral, candidates wear their tassels on the right side of their academic caps, and after commencement, as symbols of joining the ranks of baccalaureate scholars, you may move your tassels on your cap from the right to the left. Graduates, move your tassels. All right. All right. Great job, everybody. That was so much fun. All right. Please be seated. Class of 2025, you have arrived at a significant milestone. Today marks your transition from being a student to being an alum. To signify your brand new status as Northland College graduates, you will find a Northland College alumni button placed under each chair. Please take a brief moment to pin the button to your robe. All right. Everybody got a button? Great. Okay. So now let us pay tribute with your first act as Northland College alumni by singing the Alma Mater. But before we begin, Professor Emeritus of Philosophy and Religion and former college chaplain David Satry will share with us an introduction and brief history of the Northland hymn. Choir members who will lead us in the hymn, please assemble to the mics. David Satry, there you go.
Thank you, President Lundberg. Class of 2025, you are now buttoned up and you have your diplomas. And friends and families of the graduates, and my dear friends and colleagues of the faculty and staff, it's complicated today with its jumble of grief and joy both. This college so filled with love and struggle. And then this hymn we are about to sing with its anachronistic metaphors. But the Northland hymn draws together threads of a vision that endures from the beginning of the college to this day, and a vision that goes beyond, that isn't just grounded here, but throughout this region, throughout the land. Northland's first graduating class consisted of 3 students, one of whom is pictured on the cover of your program today. If you look on the cover, you might be familiar with that iconic emblem, 2 men standing with broad axes among the Cayuga fir trees. The figure on the left is Newton Bob, a member of the first graduating class of Northland College. He returned to Northland to teach biology and would become one of the most beloved professors in the college's history. But he's standing there with John Brinks, his student. There they stand, student and professor, working hand in hand, gleaning firewood to heat Wheeler Hall, redeeming the great cutover from desolation to a higher purpose. The college president at that time, M.J. Fenenga, many of you lived in the hall named after him, had recently chosen a passage from the Hebrew prophet Isaiah as the school's motto because of its promise of a healed land, a higher way, restored land through the light of learning and faith. The seal and the motto came out of a yearning to serve the region and the world with a vision of abundance and radical inclusivity springing forth from professors and students learning and working together. Years later, that motto and seal would become the inspiration for Margaret Ristvedt, used to write this hymn. So, as you sing the hymn today, you join your voices with all those past and present committed to a better way, a higher way, to live in harmony with one another and the earth. I want you to know that your work, your service, your learning have mattered deeply. Now this noble cause lives on in you, in your voice, wherever your life may sing. And so, together let's lift our voices and sing a hymn of love to one another and to the cause of that elusive higher way. And I invite you to stand in spirit or body and join with the choir as we sing the Northland hymn.
All right. Thank you to the members of the choir, Christine Halmer, Superior Brass, and David Satry. Now, all right. Graduates, as president of Northland College, I charge you with honoring the knowledge, insights, and skills you have earned here. Use them as your foundation for a lifetime of learning and as seeds for never-ending growth toward truth, purpose, and meaning. May you retain in your hearts throughout the years the community spirit of Northland. May you approach life's obstacles with confidence, innovation, critical thinking, and creativity. May you stay passionate about the natural beauty of our planet and for the conservation and sustainability that may yet preserve it. In future days, may you always remember Northland College with affection and to look for new beginnings wherever your endeavors may take you. Thank you for joining us today. I ask that you all remain standing as the graduates recess out of the stadium. Afterwards, we invite you all to the reception following the ceremony in and around the Chapel Family Gymnasium. As we conclude this, the 114th Northland College Commencement Ceremony, we share an abiding gratitude to all who made this place possible for 133 years. Class of 2025, you are the last graduates of our beautiful college. Although the moment is bittersweet, our hearts swell with love for Northland and for each other. It's hard to see through tears, sorry. The Northland spirit carries an ember in each of you. Care for it tenderly and sustain its eternal light. Shelter its warmth, and may it serve you all of your days.
Fight with your music.
Oh, yeah, yeah.